and welcome to the ADHD Friendly podcast. I'm Patty Blinderman. I'm an ADHD coach, and my passion is finding all things ADHD friendly to support my life with a little bit more ease. And I love bringing them here and sharing them with you in this podcast in the hope they do the same for yours. Today, I'm talking about National Observance Months. So it is October, and it is ADHD Awareness Month. That's just one of the monthly observances that happens during the month of October. So I'm going to talk about some resources that hopefully will support you in an ADHD friendly way if you need a little bit more in your toolbox to support your ADHD. And then I'm also going to talk about how a monthly observance can be ADHD friendly and also where it may not be ADHD friendly. And after that, I'm going to share some other month-long observances that happen in October. Some of them pretty unusual, and some are very sparkly, and some are just interesting. So I'll just share some of them and see if there's something that you want to do over the course of that month-long observance to create a little bit more ADHD-friendly ease in your life. And then at the end, I'm going to just share a quick update on a celebration I shared at the end of my last Cruising with ADHD episode that I want to correct something I said that I'm just going to share at the end. So let's dive in. ADHD Awareness Month is taking place right now in October, and it is the main monthly observance for me that I'm paying attention to throughout the month. I want to begin by sharing some resources that I find to be really ADHD friendly. They're my top 4 favorite ones. And I'm just going to break them down in no particular order. The first I'm going to start with is for adults. And this is ADDAwarenessMonth.org. And their mission online is listed as a community of ADHD adults who make it possible to thrive with ADHD. Stinking love that. Great. Good energy, quick and to the point. I just love it. They offer tons of webinars, lots of virtual support groups. They have a blog. They are a member organization. So if you'd like to join ADDA to get some support for yourself as an adult with ADHD, or if an adult in your life is impacted by ADHD, the fee to join is $7.60 per month. Or if you want to just sign up and pay for a year at one time, it's $79.97. That's my option. I like the year, pay once and be done. So ADDA, number 1 resource, that's for adults. Number 2, again, not in any really particular order, just the order I'm sharing them in, is CHADD. And CHADD is CHADD.org is their website. And their mission is, we believe in improving the lives of people affected by ADHD. Wah, wah. Just think that's so boring. It's a great organization. They have tons of educational resources and programming and information. More focused on children and families. It's fabulous. Just their mission statement just leaves a little bit to do, kind of up the energy a little bit there. ADDA and CHADD are co-sponsors of the annual conference on ADHD, and they also share sponsorship of that with ACO, which is the ADHD Coaches Organization. That's an organization that supports coaches, ADHD coaches. So the 3 of them support the co-sponsor the conference. It's coming to Dallas, Texas next month in November 17th through 19th. So it's not too late to plan. If you'd like to go, check it out. You can check it out on either ADDA or CHADD's website. There's tons of information. You can sign up and register. If you're a member, you get a discount on your registration. So I invite you to, check that out. And if you cannot attend in person, this is the first year that they're offering it both in person and as a virtual conference. So you can attend from anywhere in the world if you're not able to be there in person. The next resource that I'm going to share is Additude Magazine. It's additude.com. They offer, again, tons of webinars. They have resources for adults, parents, and professionals, and they have free newsletters and articles if you sign up for their Additude Insider is what it's called on their website. Both CHADD and Additude also offer magazines. They come out in different periods of time. So Additude, if you subscribe, it comes out 5 times a year. It's $19.95 a year if you want to get the physical magazine. If you want digital and physical, the print one, it's only $24.95. I do actually subscribe to both. I find their digital format one of the more tolerable. You know, guys, if you listen to my podcast, I'm a physical tool person. I like things in my hands. I like to mark in it and flag it and highlight it. I like the layout of the magazine. So I'm just holding up an example. This is the current issue. So if you're listening to this, I invite you to check out my ADHD Friendly podcast on YouTube so you can see what I'm showing you. But that again comes out 5 times a year. And if you are a member of CHAD, you will receive for free their magazine, which is called Attention, Living Well with ADHD. This again is the most recent issue. But if you do not want to join CHAD, you can sign up to just subscribe to their magazine. That comes out 6 times a year, so about every other month. It's $24 a year for the print. They offer just the digital solo subscription for $15 a year. But again, it's free with membership. So if you become a member of CHAD, it is included for free. And then last but not least, the final resource I want to share is my favorite resource, and that's my website, ADHDfriendly.com. My mission statement is I am relentlessly creating tools, content, and services designed to level the playing field for individuals impacted by ADHD and/or executive function skills. I like the relentlessly, I like the energy. I'm always looking to how can I continue to evolve and improve that, but that's where I am right now. I have ADHD Friendly shop. I have my ADHD Friendly podcast. You can find episodes on there each week. They automatically appear on there when they're posted each Friday. I also have a newsletter that if you sign up, it's called 5 for Friday. It does not come out every Friday. It comes out at least once a month. Working up to every Friday, for me, it takes me a long time to get it to the point that I'm ready to send it. So I'm committed to doing that at least one time a month. And then I also have tons of material and tools in there, and even a free mini POM to make your personal owner's manual. So lots of information on how to get your personal owner's manual started, because it's my passion to support people to write their owner's manual for their unique brain wiring. So it's supporting you the way that's actually going to work for you, instead of trying to get yourself to do things the way that works for other people. So I invite you to check that out, ADHDfriendly.com. Okay, so I talked about how the ADHD Awareness Month is a month-long national observance, and there are actually 62 national month-long awareness and observances. 62. I just was floored by that. And these are just ones that are nationally recognized. There are tons of ones out there that aren't recognized nationally. I was looking for specifically which ones are recognized nationally. And if like me, I love the structure that comes with something to focus on. It's telling, instead of trying to focus on everything, which is what we tend to do with ADHD, it's giving me a little bit more structure to hold the topic. But so I do find that friendly. What I don't find friendly is the month long. I don't like month observances personally. I just can't focus on it that long. And I find myself getting fatigued from the feeling of almost an expectation that I need to hold on to the focus of it throughout the course of a month. So for me, I think I'd like maybe a weekly observance. There's tons of national observance days, like National Hot Dog Day. Great. I think a week would be great, because I think I could definitely do something for 7 days. I could hold the thread. I think it would be more impactful for me. I tend to get really tuned out as the month goes on. And then I start, kind of getting fatigued, even like when I see things come up. And this is about a topic I love, that I'm passionate about, but there's just so much out there. It's like too much of a good thing. That's just my personal take on it. So I just invite you to just notice what would work for you. If a month observance, if it's not even something you put structure around, maybe it's something to pay attention to and say, oh, okay, well, that's what I'm going to intentionally learn something more about this month, or put some structure around so I can take advantage of all the resources that are being shared. So just again, notice what works for you and what would make it a little bit more ADHD friendly so that you can use it to support yourself. And so along those lines, in addition to ADHD Awareness Month, it is also 62 other observance months. And I'm just going to highlight a few of the others that either resonated with me or I found ADHD friendly or they were just funny. So first, I want to start that there's a hashtag. If you do want to follow ADHD Awareness Month, it's hashtag ADD Awareness Month. Next, it's also National Book Month and National Reading Group Month. And they're both that hashtag. So hashtag National Book Month, hashtag National Reading Group Month, if you want to check them out on social media or promote them on social media. I love that. I love reading. So I literally, when I found out that that was also observed in October, I thought, what could I do to, what book do I want to read during the actual month that's highlighting awareness to observe it? I love that. So I found that one very sparkly. It's also hashtag Disability Employment Awareness Month. I didn't know that was a thing. There's a whole month observing raising awareness of disability employment. And I found that so sparkly. I actually did an hour-long deep dive into how did that get started and what exactly does it do and what resources are there. So I encourage you to check it out. Lots of good stuff in there and raise the awareness of disability employment. The next, one of my favorites, I just love this, Dessert Month, followed up with Cookie Month. So they're both national. So it's hashtag National Dessert Month and hashtag National Cookie Month. I think I found the thing I could literally not get tired of in 31 days. A different dessert every day or a different cookie every day. Yeah, I think that's it. So apparently I can. There's not fatigue for a month observance of everything. I think desserts and cookies would be the exception. Okay. It's also Depression Education and Awareness Month, and that's hashtag Depression Awareness. Very, important thing to pay attention to, especially in, depression is often something that co-occurs with ADHD. So, increasing awareness so we can support ourselves and our loved ones is always important. The next is when's the funniest one for me, and that's Toilet Tank Repair Month. Yeah, it's a national observation for the month of October. And that is hashtag Toilet Tank Repair Month. Go toilet tank repair. That's awesome. Okay. Only two more. One that, again, it resonates with me. It's Women's Small Business Month. So it's hashtag Women's Small Business Month. I am a woman. I own a small business. I love it. So, anything to promote it, that's when I'm definitely going to raise my own awareness of and see what I can do to, even observe it a little bit myself this month. And the last one, and this one is linked to creating more of an ADHD friendly life. And this is Dental Hygiene Month and just hashtag Dental Hygiene Month. And I wanted to bring this one forward because there is a lot of research and the research is growing. It's vastly growing, the amount that we're learning the link between ADHD and challenges around dental hygiene and the impact of that. So the incidence of tooth decay and fillings are really heightened when there's a diagnosis of ADHD. So being aware of that, and then maybe just considering what would up my dental hygiene just a little bit more than where it is right now. And the best example I have for this is when I was reading the book Mini Habits, there was an example of how to make a habit, so small that there's no resistance to doing it. And one of the examples that was shared was if you're trying to create a habit around flossing your teeth every day. And if that's not something you do already, how do you start a mini habit around that? And the example said, floss one tooth. Just start with flossing one tooth and then put the floss away. If that's all you're asking yourself to do, likely that there'll be very little resistance and you just started a habit. Flossing one tooth is better than not flossing any. So start with one. And then over time, maybe you add to flossing two teeth, and maybe you get to floss the front teeth, and then maybe floss the bottom, just like the front, and maybe then the sides, and then maybe you start on the bottom. But over time, if it's more than where you were, it's upping the dental hygiene. So I just wanted to share that because I found that sparkly, and it is Dental Hygiene Month. So it found like a good time to kind of tie that and link it together. And then finally, I just want to update. I'm wrapping up the national observances and shifting to my last podcast on cruising with ADHD. I shared a celebration that I received 2 Cosco shop cards after the cruise that we booked through Cosco Travel. And it was unexpected because I thought I was only going to receive 1 shop card for $165, and instead I received 2. And I thought, well, that makes sense because I booked 2 tickets, one for myself and one for my husband. But apparently it was a mistake. I got an email from Costco yesterday where they shared with me the mistake that they made was that they printed a duplicate. And I really should have only received 1, and that one of the cards had a 0 balance. That was a bummer. But I had already given my husband one of the cards and I had one of the cards. And so when I told him, we decided that we would play a little roulette with the cards and decide whoever's card had the balance got to keep the balance. And we agreed to that before my husband went online and checked the balances, and I won. So I was kind of bummed for him, but my card had the balance, so I still get the $165. It was a good day. It turned what was sad into something that I was like, all right, at least it didn't change, because I already kind of spent it in my mind. So I was really excited I still get to do what I was planning on doing with the little bonus money I got from our cruise being booked with Cosco Travel. All right, that's it for this episode of the ADHD Friendly podcast. I'm talking so many about months, I'm bringing it in here too. Remember, the best time to start your personal owner's manual, if you haven't yet, was when you were a kid. The second best time is today. Check out my website, ADHDfriendly.com, for tons of resources to get you started on making your personal owner's manual. And if you like this episode, please prescribe. I am getting tongue-tied. Please subscribe. I am on my way to getting 100 subscribers. And I really do appreciate each and every one of you who has subscribed. And I humbly do ask that if you haven't yet, if you'll take a minute to check it out and subscribe. I'm getting so much closer, so I can see it. And that's it for now. Until next time, tally ho.